Hey everybody, it's Mitch, and welcome to my next video. Today we are going to be talking about Dungeons & Dragons. And unlike normal, which I normally talk about Dungeons & Dragons 3.5, today I'm going to be discussing 5th edition. Basically, today is going to be talking about my personal opinions on 5th edition. I have actually played it, so I actually have played under 2 different DMs over the course of about a year or so. It was the only Dungeons and Dragons games that I was able to find for a while. The club the club at my school was only doing 5th edition that year. We've since moved to being able to do any edition. It's still mostly 5th, but I haven't played it since we switched. But anyways, let's get into talking about 5th edition. So, 5th edition. Well, it's okay. It's pretty good. It's great for new players. It's really simplified. It's easy to get your character created. It really doesn't take too long to actually get up and going. You just sort of say, pick which race you want, pick which class you want, and then fill in the boxes. It's more or less that simple. Once you start getting to some slightly high levels, you pick a certain option in your class. Most of them will do it at third level, third level, some second, a few first. It really depends, but you basically get a path that you decide to go down at an early level. Multi-classing is an option, but no one ever does it in 5th edition. It's not exactly great. So yeah, the class it's very simple, which a lot of people like because it's so simple. You can focus more on the story and all that nice stuff. Personally, I find it too restricting. The fact that you're only able to attune 3 objects to yourself, that's 3 magical items, that is very restricting. 3, 5, it's like 12 or there's not an attunement system. There's just 12 different slots you can get normally. There's ways to actually get more than that, although that's kind of hard. It takes a lot of resources to be able to do that. Let's see. What else? Like, it's not a bad system. It is very simplified. The classes are much more well-rounded, so there's no, this class is better than that class. Well, there is, but it's less so for the most part, although the Druid is totally broken in 5th edition. It's pretty overpowered in 3.5 as well, but more so in 5th, and for a completely different reason. The reason why it's overpowered in 5th is because of Wild Shape, and that's just totally broken. But in 3.5, it's broken for completely different reasons. Wild Shape's not nearly as good in 3.5, but there's a million other things that make the Druid the best standard class in the player's handbook. So yeah, that's a thing. Let's see. The club I'm at, 5th edition, is actually the most popular. I've been in many debates with people about how 5th edition is the best because it's just really good about bringing in new players, which, makes a lot of sense. 3.5 can be very intimidating for new players, especially if you don't have a good group of people that will help, that are very experienced and can help you build a strong character. So that can be an issue, but if you got a good group, 3.5 is great. I'm a huge fan of 3.5, as you probably know based off of the main content of my videos. But yeah, 5th has its charms. It's great for new players. My hope for 5th edition is that people who play 5th edition, new players, they jump in onto 5th because it's far less intimidating. Then they start getting the feel for Dungeons and Dragons, and once they've got a decent feel for how Dungeons and Dragons works, then they can hopefully start to move towards 3.5. Hopefully they'll start to move in that direction because they'll want that greater depth that 3.5 provides. Like, there's so many more 3.5 books. There's so many different character options. There's a huge list of feats, huge list of, like, in 3.5 that 5e doesn't have. Like 5e, it's so much more limited in feats. It also was combined with ability improvements. So that kind of happened. Leveling up isn't as big a deal in 5th edition. It's definitely a big deal, but 3.5, every 2 levels you double in strength. That's not the case in 5th edition. You don't double in strength with just 2 levels. It takes more than that. So yeah, it's definitely got its charms. It's certainly interesting. The mechanics are definitely more simplified. There's a lot to it. It's honestly, in my opinion, overly simplified and overly done. Like how undead work in 3.5 and a lot of other systems, undead are particularly difficult for most people. Most players will find undead more challenging than their actual challenge rating says, whereas the cleric will find them easy, super easy, so much less difficult than their challenge rating. And other healers as well, but the cleric especially will find them easy. Characters like the rogue will find undead particularly difficult in 3.5, whereas in 5e it's just everything's easy. Anyone can beat them. Because, and the reason for this is 5e, undead are no longer hurt by positive energy, which is a pain. It really, and on top of that, they also are perfectly capable of taking precision damage like crits and sneak attack, which honestly, to me, really takes away a lot of the flavor out of D&D. So they've done a good job of simplifying the system, making it easier for new players to come in, kind of balancing things a lot. But in the process, they took a lot of the flavor out of the game. It's so bland compared to other versions, which I'm not a huge fan of that fact. That's my personal thoughts on it. So, anyways, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys like 5th edition? Do you guys think it's too bland as well? Feel free to leave a comment down below. If you like the video, please give me a like. If you really like the video, share the video on any social media platform that you have. Also, please subscribe to my channel. That is the notification right there. Check the bell while you're at it. On top of that, please check below for more videos. And of course, as always, that's really all I have to say. And anyways, as always, I'm Mitch, and I'll be seeing you